Before I get started today, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Get over here!
So the Mortal Kombat 2021 trailer was released just a few days ago. And like most things on the internet, people are tripping all over themselves to either praise it or to hate it. I recently watched the original 1995 adaptation trailer back to back with the new trailer. So my plan for this video is to just kind of give my thoughts on each of them from the trailer's perspective, and maybe even do a little bit of character comparison, and eventually just decide which trailer represents the Mortal Kombat property the best. Will it be the retro? Or will it be next gen? I'm going to start with the retro trailer, mostly because I'm predominantly a retro channel. So this trailer right away, it has the 90s voiceover guy who explains the plot of the movie in a simplistic way. Can I just say, I don't know about anybody else, but I miss voiceovers in trailers. I think it's a better way to lay the groundwork and get people interested rather than just using dialogue from the movie. Plus, I'm going to be honest, the dude just gets me hype when he's like, in a world.
In each of us, there burns the fury of a warrior.
I love the look and set design of Mortal Kombat 1995. I think it's very reminiscent of the fighting stages within the game. I don't know why it really never occurred to me before as a kid, but Raiden being white in this movie is kind of weird. You know, when you're a kid, you don't see race, you just see a cool guy shooting lightning out of his hands. But as adults, given what we know about Raiden, he probably should have been an Asian actor. I have to admit, I do love Christopher Lambert in the role though. The reptile CGI in this movie has not aged well. This was like the early stages of CGI, so it's understandable, I guess. But it is interesting that the practical effects Goro did age much better. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Practical effects over CGI any day of the week and twice on Sunday. I thought all the characters in Mortal Kombat 1995 look fairly accurate to their video game counterparts. Except of course for Shang Tsung, even though I do again like the guy who's playing him. The finale of this trailer is fucking great. You got Shang Tsung doing his whole bit where he's like, then the Mortal Kombat theme drops and I lost my shit. Seriously, I still got goosebumps to this day. And then they give you these shots of each character as they're mentioned in the song. It's badass. This trailer is pure 90s nostalgia greatness, and I highly recommend you go check it out right now. And now on to the 2021 trailer and my thoughts on that. It's very clear early in this trailer that they're sticking to the more brutal aspects of the game that were kind of neglected in the 1995 movie. I mean, in the very first shot, Sub-Zero freezes bullets mid-fire, and then he freezes Jax's arms and shatters them. And Sub-Zero is my favorite character in Mortal Kombat, and I have to be honest, that's a pretty badass moment. I don't know who this Cole character is supposed to be. There's a lot of speculation on the internet right now about who he is or who he could end up being. I hope he's a setup for a reveal of some kind and he's not just some random character they threw in there to try to make us give a shit, because he's not really necessary if that's the case. I noticed they hit a lot of the same beats that they did in the 1995 trailer. It's not a bad move considering that trailer is pretty awesome, as I just stated. We get a little synopsis about what the tournament actually is, but we get it in the form of dialogue from the movie. You can rewind this video and see my previous statement about that. We get an unmasked Scorpion at first, and then we get him in full garb, and he does look pretty badass, I must admit. Although his delivery of "get over here" is pretty weak.
Get over here!
I'm assuming that they're going to be digging a little bit more into Sub-Zero and Scorpion's rivalry and their little backstory. That's a great story to tell, I just hope they give it enough time to be told properly. Then we see Kano shooting a laser out of his eye, we see Liu Kang throwing fireballs. They're embracing the more fantastical elements of the more human characters this time around. Kung Lao's in this movie, and this is the first time he's been in a live-action movie, and he's always kind of been a precursor to Liu Kang, at least in my head. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits into the film. And for those keeping score, Raiden is in fact Asian. I'm not really up on more modern Mortal Kombat mythology, so I'm not really familiar with the character of Mileena, but based on her shot in the trailer, she looks like a good time. Shang Tsung is still not rocking the Fu Manchu look. I don't know why we can't get the Lo-Pan looking Shang Tsung that we all deserve. I'm not really feeling CGI Goro. Again, you can rewind and hear my previous thoughts on that. And for the record, I'm not feeling CGI Reptile either. We are getting fatalities, which is fucking awesome, and it's about time to be quite honest. And they finished the trailer off with a slower, more instrumental version of the typical Mortal Kombat theme. And I gotta admit, it doesn't get the blood pumping like the more traditional one does. I guess using the traditional song would be a bit awkward, considering they mentioned Johnny Cage in the song, yet he's not in this movie. Overall though, I thought it was a solid trailer. Minor gripes aside, I am looking forward to the movie. Now we're going to compare the characters and I'm going to pick which Mortal Kombat character design I like better. Mortal Kombat 1995 or Mortal Kombat 2021. To be clear, this only applies to their appearance because I know nothing about their story in the new movie. As far as Sub-Zero goes, I'm going with 1995. I prefer a more traditional look for Sub-Zero. As I said, he's my favorite character. And I gotta be honest, the 2021 mask just looks kind of bulky to me.
It's bulky, but I consider it carry-on.
As far as Scorpion goes, I do like his more modern design with the hood, and the hood does hide the bulkiness of the mask. But again, I'm just more of a fan of the traditional look for these ninja characters, so again, I'm going to have to go with 1995. Reptile only has a brief moment in this trailer, but it is him in his reptilian form. To be clear, I'm not really a fan of his reptilian form in either movie, but I do like his Green Ninja version in 1995, so again, I'm going to have to go with 1995. Now we come to Raiden, and as much as I like Christopher Lambert from 1995, I think this is going to be a much more accurate portrayal of Raiden in the 2021 movie. So 2021 gets the nod here. As far as Shang Tsung goes, it's kind of a wash for me because they basically both look the same, and neither one of them really look like the video game counterpart. So I made the decision, nobody wins. And then we come to Sonya, who, confession, I've always thought was kind of a boring character. And these chicks do look awfully interchangeable with each other, but for the sake of keeping things interesting, I'll give the new girl a chance and say 2021. Then we come to Jax, and since he was only a cameo in 1995, I'm definitely going to go with 2021 on this one. Liu Kang, sorry, 1995 all the way. He'll always be my Liu Kang, and I don't think anybody could ever compete with him. For Goro, again, I'm going to have to go with 1995 simply because I prefer the practical effects over the CGI. I'm hoping they mix in some practical effects, maybe in close-up shots for 2021, but I doubt it. And for Kano, I'm going to have to go with 1995 also. He's pretty much ripped right out of the video game, so.
A trailer of these moments.
And that's it as far as characters that are in both movies. To be clear, I'm still looking forward to the new Mortal Kombat, and my nostalgia glasses may be on, but for me, Mortal Kombat 1995 wins this trailer war.
Flawless victory.
So let me know which version of Mortal Kombat you prefer based on the trailers. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Right on.